7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Hey, welcome to the Geek podcast, episode 19. I'm your host, Steven, and joined today by Mick.
What's happening?
And Jason.
Here I come to save the day.
Is that Mighty Mouse?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good job.
I did it. Hey, what is going on, everybody?
I did it.
I did it. That's a joke we have at work that I like to do every
Yeah.
once in a while. So what's up, guys? Welcome.
What's up, man?
Welcome to you, listener. Welcome. This is your first
Welcome.
time. We are
Welcome.
the Geek Retreat. We are a couple coworkers who enjoy getting together every week talking about games and movies and what's new in entertainment. And we got a lot to talk about this week, guys.
Yeah.
Nice.
We have like a lot. There's a ton of stuff. So
Okay.
where do we even start? Okay, let's kind of retcon a little bit. Last week's episode, we had a discussion.
Here we go again.
Talking about. Yeah. So last week, as we know, the PS5 was released.
Right.
And the big debate that came up between us was whether or not the physical copy of a game takes up more space / reads off of the disc solely, or a digital game, whichever one takes up space more, the physical or the digital copy. So we set it out to you guys to give us the answer. And Jason, I'm sorry to report, but the unanimous decision was that they are the same. And that the
but
physical copy.
They're all just like
is
us. Like
only
this
used-
isn't confirmation that
It is. I did. Okay, we talked about this. Your only confirmation that you're going to accept is when PlayStation comes out.
that
and
is
says,
correct.
It says, Jason,
"Dear Jason,
you're wrong.
You
That's the
are
only
wrong."
time.
Right.
And that's the problem. Like, we're not going to get that. They're never going to divulge that information to us, ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like a secret that they're not. They don't want us to know the inner workings of stuff.
I
That's
don't
just
think it's a secret.
I don't think it's a secret either. But I
No,
don't,
it's
I just
because
don't-
it's stupid. It's stupid. The
is.
reason why they
It
do
is.
it. That's why they'll never cop to it.
So
It turns
here-
out,
So here's what I asked. I wrote a post and I asked a post on our Facebook page. Go check it out if you're not a part of it already. But I wrote a post that I asked who had the digital copy of Modern Warfare. That's the game right now that is the biggest game, and everybody's talking about it when it comes to storage, right? So I own a physical copy of Modern Warfare, and my download file for the game is 194.2 gigabytes.
200 gigs.
Just shy of 200 gigs. We had multiple users comment that all of their downloads were the same exact size. And I specifically, once they told me the size of their download, I specifically asked them if they had the physical copy or the digital. And it was a split between physical and digital. I think it was like 3-3. Like 3 people had it and the other 3 had physical and digital. So like, I think that definitively says that the digital and the physical are the same exact size and are going to take up the same amount of space on the hard drive, no matter what.
That
How are
doesn't.
you still fighting
That
this?
because
You're the only
because
one that says this.
think about it. Think about what you're saying right now.
I have.
These are updates. What do you think happens when an update? When you download an update, the updates don't go to the disk; it goes to your drive. So of course, if you're updating and updating and updating, they're all going to be the same because you're updating that from the cloud, from their server. So it's not going to go on your disk. So it doesn't matter. So what you needed to do was find out what the original install size of the disk was versus the original installation size of the digital.
Basic math here, Jason. Right?
Oh, here we go.
If they're all,
I flunked math, so.
technically, if they're all downloading the same, updates,
Yeah.
right? And they all downloaded the original copy of the game, and if they're all the same at the end, it's the same.
No, because it's being updated. So
No, I
everything you
understand.
had on there.
Okay,
is
so
it's
if
all
the
being
original
updated.
file, if the original file was 100 gigs, right?
Okay.
Everybody's going to get the update, right?
Right.
The new update's 40 gigs,
Right.
right? So
No,
I
I
got
get what
a
you're saying.
digital copy. You got a physical copy, right?
Right.
Okay, so when we downloaded it on our PlayStation, it was 100 and 100, right?
Right.
You don't. Let's say your copy is X. You don't know what your copy is, right?
Okay. All right.
Mine was 100, and it was a digital copy. When I download the update, that update's 40 gigabytes, right?
Right.
Okay. How much is your that memory taking up your PlayStation? 140. Well, mine too. What's X? 100 gigabytes.
No, I get
think,
it. Like logically, that makes sense. But the game later on is the game. So to get the full portion of the game, you need the full 140. If we're using that number, so it would have to be no matter what you've done or how you put it in there, it would have to equate to 140 for it to be the full complete game.
Right.
But I don't think we're ever going to come to a conclusion on this. The jury is still out. Whether we want it,
just say nay. Just say nay, and I'll go get you some hay because we're beating a dead horse over here.
We are.
I'll tell you what, I would because either I'll accept something from Sony, or if someone can get me some accurate, definitive sizes of the actual disc versus digital installs. I don't even know if that's possible anymore, though. But if
I think we're so far deep in the installs that
I don't think that's possible.
It's like washed out now.
Yeah.
So like, I think the thing is going to what I don't know. Like, it's not like the digital copy. I think this is going to go against Jason, your thought process. But the digital copy isn't getting different updates. Like they're not getting a beefier update than the physical copy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, they're all getting the same update.
It's the same update. So
yeah.
it's like,
that's why I'm saying that's why the same. The file size will still be the same. It's the same update.
But that's what I'm saying. For it to be different in your version, the updates would have to be bigger on the physical copy to equal to the digital copy. Does that make sense? Like, if the physical copy is all stored on the disk, the update for a physical copy would have to be a larger file size to meet the digital copy file size at the equation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're using the same argument Mick was using.
Okay. I was
and I think that
when he said that.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
and like I said, I think though that once you get to a point where you've updated the game and they're giving you a different version of it's not a different version, but it's essentially a different version. They beefed it up. They're sending out a different rendition of that, and it's going to be that file size no matter what.
Okay. Well,
I mean, at least in my opinion. Like I said, I'm not an expert, but I think logically in my brain, that's how that works.
I think that for once, Jason's wrong and not Steven. Because I usually take the cake on it, and I'm gonna hold off on it. So that's that. Let's move on. That was last week's news. But there's still a ton of stuff that happened this week. So
great.
The big one that is going on right now, Ian Holm died today. Anybody know who Ian Holm is?
That sounds familiar.
You better know him as Bilbo Baggins.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he passed away today.
What the heck? What happened?
I had the article.
Like the old Bilbo Baggins or the young
Bilbo
Baggins?
Old Bilbo. Ian Holm, Lord of the Rings star and Alien star, dies at age 88.
He had a good life.
Yeah.
That was a long life.
All right.
So I haven't read the full article on it, but I thought it was really sad. You know, he's attributed like so much to like pop culture. You know what I mean? With Lord of the Rings and with Alien, like those are huge roles he played. It says he died peacefully in a hospital with his family and carer.
Wow.
Yeah. So sad news. Kind of like, you know, we're in this phase of the old leaving and the new coming in. You know, we talked about it a few weeks ago with like when we were talking about Leonardo DiCaprio, kind of like we feel like he's kind of the leading man in Hollywood right now. He's like the old timer in Hollywood. So yeah, no, just kind of sad. I didn't ever watch The Hobbit. So I didn't know it was like I didn't know if it was like good or bad. I kind of felt like it was kind of like, oh, it was a Lord of the Rings movie.
Oh, it was good,
but not
yeah,
great. Yeah.
I think it could hold up to the trilogy.
Yeah. Okay.
It was pretty good.
So.
I like that. Yeah. So he left us with his 11th birthday.
11, yes,
Yeah.
because remember he had the ring, so it made him not die.
It was 117th birthday, or something like that.
Right.
Anyway,
Bilbo.
Yeah. So, best wishes to his family, and yeah, thanks for giving us what you did, sir.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for scaring me when you try to get that ring back from Frodo when you're at the Elven Palace.
Seriously.
That was not funny.
No.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. Thanks for all the
I was like, what the heck? The whole movie that was the only scary part in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Scared me.
So in other crazy news, actor Danny Masterson has been charged with raping 3 women and faces up to 45 years in prison. We talked about this. So Danny Masterson played Steven in that 70s show.
Yeah.
That's what he's like the most famous for.
Now, are they allegations or
They're allegations at this time? He's
so he still got to go to trial and stuff like that.
It hasn't gone through trial. He was accused of raping 3 women from between January and December of 2001, April 2003. Those are only the dates he gives, but he was if convicted, he faces a possible maximum of 45 years to life in state prison.
No bueno.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, if he did, that's what he gets.
Yeah.
If he didn't do it, then hopefully not.
It's just crazy, like how, like that happened in 2001. That was 19 years ago. You know what I mean? It's crazy how things are coming.
Isn't there?
Oh, yeah, there is a statute on that, isn't there? What's
there's a statute of limitations for that. If it was 16 years ago, because you can't prove.
Yeah.
Like physically, it's just he said, she said.
I guess the only way they could do it is if they had like some hardcore proof, like video evidence or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, I
mean, that still might be within the statute of limitations. I just don't know what it is. I know that there is one.
Right. Well, I mean,
is there one for that?
I think there is.
Let me look it up.
I think there is, but either way, no good.
In California, it's 1 to 3 years. 1 year. It's
3 years.
The statute of limitations for statutory. Oh, that's for statutory rape. Statute of limitations. Is between. It's some period between 3 to 30 years is common. However, not all states have a statute of limitations for rape, and others have exemptions of their own statutes. So 3 to 30 years, that would fall under it. Yeah,
definitely. So that 3, they're probably counting a 3 because of that statutory one that you read off, mentioned.
Yeah, well, I read it. That was like a quick blurb from an article, and then you know how Google does that, like you gives you the quick thing.
Yeah.
Like you can go into the answers, but it's just crazy. Like I grew up watching that 70s show. Like that was a sitcom that we'd sit down as a family and watch, and it was just like you start to fall in love with these characters that you meet, but they're just a character. You know what I mean? Like that's not the real person.
Yeah.
And it like then something crazy it's like the same thing with like the Bill Cosby stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bill Cosby was like middle America's dad growing up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like all this crazy stuff happens, and it's just sad to see people's,
the
true colors come out.
Exactly. And that's why I don't know.
I don't understand it. You're famous.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't have.
You just if you want it, you just go. They say no,
then move.
you know what I mean?
Probably
Like,
somebody
Go to the
else
next
out
one.
there who's willing.
right?
You
It's
know what I
like
mean? Yeah.
I guess pretty shallow of me to say too, but I mean, like,
No, but
come
I
on,
mean,
dude.
yes.
I mean, there's
agree
people
with
out
that.
there who doesn't glorify and glamorize someone's just because they're famous. You know what I mean? That some people
Right.
are able to, believe it or not, be able to like, oh, okay, so you're still
Yeah.
just a human like me. So
Right.
Yep.
But there
and I'm
definitely
either
are
attracted
those
to you or I'm
ones.
not.
But then you think about, I mean, there's different sides. I mean, yeah, this is possibly a real thing that happened, but then you got to think this guy's rich, right? I don't know if he's
Is he
rich.
though?
I don't know
I
if he's
doubt
rich.
I doubt he's rich.
But assumingly, if he's famous, a lot of people think
That
that they have money,
Yeah.
right?
For sure,
And
for
since
sure.
he's a public figure, they think they could get a lot of money out of him for doing something. I'm not accusing these women of doing that, of course,
Right.
but you gotta it crosses your mind. You're like, oh,
I mean, look
I
at
mean,
what's
never know.
Look at Amber Heard. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
What do you mean with that?
well, just like making up the allegations, and then her turning out she's the bad guy in that situation. You know what I mean? And it's like it's true. Like what? Just going on what Nick said, that it's true that they could be making this stuff up, and I don't know. Hopefully, it's not true. You never want to hear that about an actor and their livelihood going down.
I never want to hear that. Period. Honestly,
no,
I don't know. It doesn't matter who you are. I don't.
Exactly.
If you're a rapist, man, you're no good. You're a scum, man. You know.
Yeah, rapist.
So no one should.
Yeah.
Agreed. Don't be a rapist.
Right.
I'm not a raper. Anybody know
where's that from?
Step Brothers.
But I guess what I'm saying is just like, I don't know. People just gotta be careful because there's people on the other side that will accuse just because. Yep. And then there's people in higher, like a Harvey Weinstein, there in higher positions that are
use that ability. Yeah,
use that power. I get it, man. It's crazy. It's sad that we live in a world where people do these kind of things, but well, if he did it, hopefully he gets put in there for a long time.
Yep. It'll all come out in a trial, man. So we'll find out.
Justice serve itself.
Justice served. All right, let's move on. So
got dark,
Jason,
man.
I wasn't trying to get dark. We weren't trying to get dark. It's in the entertainment. What's going on in entertainment right now? You know what I mean?
Right.
Speaking of entertainment, we're starting to open things back up.
Be kind, people.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said be kind.
Be kind.
So like we're starting to open things back up, and movie theaters have been in a controversy going on. Jason, have you been paying attention to that?
They've been in a well, no, I heard that Regal and Cinemark has set dates for themselves to open all of their theaters. I heard. I think.
So
they're pushing for that.
Yeah, so AMC came out and said they were not going to. Basically the like prerequisite for all of that was that everybody had to wear masks. And so AMC came out and said they were not going to wear masks. They were not going to force people to wear masks, and they got a ton of pushback. And so Regal came out and they're requiring moviegoers to wear face masks. 100%. They're like, you're gonna wear a face mask if you're coming in our theater.
Well, are you gonna sell me popcorn?
That's the thing. That's like our whole. That's what we've been talking about. Is like
that's where that's where they make their money. Concession.
Yeah, the concession. Yeah.
You know, people are gonna be sneaking food in. You know, people like. Are they gonna have attendants in there making sure people have their masks on?
I put your mask on. Put your mask on, dude.
That's the thing. I doubt it. I doubt that they're gonna do that. Like how
do you mandate that? How do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I just found this article. AMC now has gone back. They reversed and will require guests to now wear masks nationwide.
Yeah, it's funny because AMC, like, they talk tough, right? Like, talk like
They always backpedal.
because they have no choice. They're about to get bankrupt. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know why they keep doing it. They know they don't have a leg to stand on. They need to do whatever they need to do to comply so that they can freaking not be bankrupt. But
It's like, no, we're gonna stick to this. This is a hoax. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
And then like the financial guy's like,
Yeah, we kind of need to.
I was just kidding. I was just kidding.
The red. I don't know.
Yeah.
Lately, but
I was standing up for our rights, yo.
Yeah. So their AMC's target date is July 15th, for 450 of its theaters, to open fully by July 24th. So,
You lie.
and they operate 600 theaters across. So that's like, what is that? 60% of their theaters.
I don't know. Is that what it is? 60%?
I don't know. I'm not good at percentages. Should I ask Siri to see if Siri knows math? Well?
Sure.
How
Hey, you know what? I got a little something to throw in about that though.
Let's
So I
throw
was
it in.
thinking, because we were talking about Uncut Gems, and we were like, we made a comment, or you mentioned that Adam Sandler made a comment saying that, hey, if he doesn't win an Academy Award,
I want to read that. I want to read this whole thing. It's
okay. So I was thinking, and I was like, nah, he didn't do that good to get an award. But I was like, not that much stuff has come out. So how many things are there going to be on a contention list anyway? So it might be a little bit more possible now.
Yeah.
Right?
My
Because there's
win.
not that much stuff out there.
My math. I want to say though, my math was not quite off. It was 70% of theaters.
Oh, that's pretty close.
420 is 70% of 600. For all of you on your next test, when you guys go back to school, just remember that 420 is 70% of 600. So you'll get that answer right. Yeah. So
You're welcome.
You're welcome. You are welcome. When you get that A, just quote. You can
Just subscribe.
hit subscribe. We'll take our royalties for your A. Implied royalties. Okay, so that's the last thing I want to talk about, like news wise. Okay, so I found this post on Reddit. It got a ton of awards. Right now, it's at 72,000 upvotes. Adam Sandler said he would make a terrible film if he didn't win a Best Actor Academy Award for Uncut Gems. To help him out, I analyzed his films and their movie posters to come up with a perfectly bad Sandler film entitled Jacked Up. So this guy made a film. It's like, you know how like we were joking about Hallmark movies and how like they have that Hallmark bingo and like you could like just throw anything in there and you can make a Hallmark movie. This is what this guy did. So he wrote, I just want to read like the plot real fast of this movie. The title of it's going to be Jacked Up. It's directed by Dennis Duggan, written by Tim Hillary. It's going to be PG-13. The runtime is 135 minutes. Released on Netflix.
Damn, down to the runtime.
Yeah, he's got everything. He went all in. This is it's amazing. I'm gonna link it. I'll link it below. But the predicted Rotten Tomato score is 6%.
Oh dang.
Predicted IMDb score is 3.75. Oh, here we go. This is the plot. Adam Sandler plays a personal trainer / shoe salesman named Jack Goodhart, who is married to Janet Goodhart, also Sandler, in a very off-putting voice. They travel to an exclusive resort in Costa Rica to attend his 30th high school anniversary during the 4th of July weekend. During the event, Rob Schneider, playing as a terrorist, and his team of henchmen hijack the event and take everyone hostage, including State Senator Chuck Finley, played by Terry Crews, and presidential candidate Casey Fitzpatrick, played by Maya Rudolph. During the melee, Jack and Janet escape, and the two use their past military experience and buff physiques to save the day. This PG-13 action-packed comedy is entitled Jacked Up and ends with a jet ski chase at the hotel's lazy river pool that circles the hotel.
Oh my
film
god!
is directed by Dennis Duggan and co-stars Kevin James, Chris Rock, David Spade, Selma Hayek, Terry Crews, Steve Buscemi, Taylor Lautner, Luke Wilson, Peter Dinklage, Maya Rudolph, and Al Pacino.
Al
I want to see
Pacino.
this movie. I want to see this.
Hey, where did Al
so
Pacino
bad.
come
I know,
from?
hella random.
It's so random. He made,
Oh my
he made
God.
like a poster, and he shows like all of his research that he used, all the movies that he looked up. It's so funny. Like, I'm so in on.
Yeah, they should like hit
They
that
should
guy
hire
up
this
and
guy.
like, yeah.
What do they call those? What do they call those scripts where it's like it's a certain type of screenwrite. Man, I can't think of the name of it. It's like a really short word for a screenwrite. But it was like, it's like not a script, but yeah, I don't want to get bogged down on that. But like, it's basically like a like a freelance screenwrite is what it is.
Okay.
And so, but man, they should totally pick that guy up and make that movie. I'd be so down to see it.
Yeah.
Now I thought that Adam Sandler could get a best actor Academy. Now I don't want him to. I want to see that movie happen.
I think that they should have had who did they say was the director? They should have had like Edgar Wright do that.
It was Dennis Duggan, but Duggan's done
I
a
don't know
lot
who
of.
that.
I think he's done a lot of Adam Sandler's movies.
Oh, has he?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it must be if he did research and found out all his co-stars from previous movies and put them in this one.
Yeah, he did Happy Gilmore. I guess he only did Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore, I like it so good.
Yeah. Oh, he did. Oh, yeah, he's done Happy Gilmore, Don't Mess with the Zohan, and Big Daddy.
Don't mess with the
okay.
Zohan.
Oh, yeah, Grown Ups 2. He's in Grown Ups 2.
Disco, good. Disco, good.
He played a referee in Grown Ups. Okay.
No.
Yeah, he's done a lot of stuff with Adam Sandler.
Okay.
So,
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm super down with that.
I was thinking Edgar Wright because he does all those movies with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, where it's like it's funny but it's action at the same time.
Yeah, that they've had a lot of their movies out. Like what's their police one? Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz, yeah.
And what is the
Shaun of the Dead?
Shaun of the Dead. And I've heard those
That's so
amazing
good.
movies, and I've never seen them. I need
What?
To,
What?
I know.
Watch Shaun of the Dead.
I know. I need
That
to see
is
it.
hella
Like
funny.
I know everybody has said like it's not really. It's like a parody on a scary movie. So it's not like actually scary, but it's just like really funny and really well done. So.
Yeah, it is well done. Yeah.
That's so me and my bro. That scene in the living room where they're playing video games and the zombie walks in and they're like throwing shit at him. That's so me and my brother.
I'll have to watch
shit! Throwing cans and pots and that's so funny.
They're awesome, dude. I like those guys together.
Yeah, they're good.
They have great movies. Another
so
zombie
good.
movie that I watched that like wasn't really scary and I heard it was really good was Zombieland. I like recently watched that and it was really good.
Oh yeah, it's good.
I still haven't watched Double Tap yet though. I gotta watch that one.
Yeah,
it's not as good as the first
it's
one.
not as
Oh
good.
really?
That's the one with
I figured, but I still gotta watch it.
Who's in that one? Who's in the second one? Bill Murray, right?
Yeah,
No, he's in the first one.
When he's dying, he's like
yeah. The Bill Murray scene was like the best one. You shot me. You're dressed as a zombie. Sorry, spoiler alert for.
Oh, that's old. So.
It's old, man.
Yeah. If I haven't seen it, it's old.
What?
I don't know what I was saying. I don't know what I was saying.
But if it has a sequel, it's old, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think if it has a sequel.
There you go.
That movie's
Steven.
probably over 10 years old. So.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
What's up?
I need to apologize for last week.
For what?
I did something, and I messed up. And Jason, you won the game last week.
Yes, where my Jamba at, man?
So I will be.
You did.
I gave Jason a point for a question that he got wrong.
No, you gave me a point for the question I got wrong because you're going to ask me a different question, and I had to answer for that question.
Right.
But it was wrong, so you're like, "Oh, he gets a point." No.
Yep. Nope.
I lost.
Jason won.
Yes,
but
he did.
But there's hope.
We're gonna continue.
Welcome to All right, so I have deemed this segment the world's best worst game show. I am your host, Steven. And whoa. All right, that's that.
This is getting out of hand.
Jamming.
I'm your host, Steven, and every week we play a game, and where I pit the two wits of Jason and Mick together against each other, and we see how it goes. So last week I asked you both questions of your expertise area, but then I switched the questions and I gave Mick's expertise questions to Jason and Jason expertise questions to Mick. And it went very well. I loved it. This week.
Yeah, you enjoyed that.
I did. I had a really good time. This week, I have developed a new game. Okay. So I don't know about you, but on my spare time, I like to read the dictionary. And sometimes there's big words in there that I come across. And I don't believe that they're real words, even though they're sitting in the dictionary in front of me. So,
Mick, this is so weird. We just was walking out.
I know, right?
And we had this conversation.
Being so
we made a joke about this.
How I sound retarded when I'm speaking.
well,
I'm so stuttering meth. I was like, no, I just do. That's my character. That's how I do it on the show. I just talk all stupid like that for the show. Actually, I read the dictionary when I go right before I go to sleep every day.
You do
Oh
too.
yeah, I know.
Everybody, I really recommend it. Read
That's
the
so funny.
That's
So-
hella ironic.
This game, this week, I'm gonna ask questions, and these are real words.
Real words.
Okay, we're gonna play best 3 out of 5 with a little twist towards the end. Okay, so what's gonna happen is I'm gonna read you 3 different words. Okay, you have to buzz in. The first one to buzz in has to tell me.
How do we buzz in?
Yeah, there you go. That's Mick's buzzing. Jason, what's your buzzing? Okay. Mick and Jason. Okay, that works. So, when you buzz in, you will tell me which word is the real word, and you will get a point, and then we'll move on. If you don't, the other person will have a chance to steal the word.
What?
And- Yep.
Wait, you can't. It's a 50-50. How do you steal it? If it's not one, it's the other.
There's not only 2 answers. There's 3 words.
Oh,
Per-
okay. I thought you were giving 2. Okay, sorry.
No.
I'm confused. I don't know what we're doing here.
You'll understand.
All right.
Here we go. Question number 1 or word number 1. Okay, listen closely.
Okay.
2 of these words are fake. 1 of these words are real. Okay.
Did you make up the fake words?
Yes, I did.
Oh, they're gonna be so obvious.
No. Here we go. Word number 1. Whipple flash. Whipple flash.
Okay.
Widdershins or lope swash.
What?
Nick,
The second one.
say the word.
I don't know. The second one.
That doesn't.
I
help
don't.
me.
Rem-
All
I
right,
don't remember. I don't remember the words.
You
What's
got
the
it
words?
right. It's widdershins.
There you go. The winter sins. Yay!
What is a widdershin?
Widdershin
It's
is,
fake.
listen to this. Widdershins is a direction in contrary to the sun's course, considered as unlucky or counterclockwise. Widdershins is another word for counterclockwise.
Okay, so 2 of them are fake and then 1 is
2
real.
of them are fake. 1 of them is real.
Oh, my
Okay.
God.
So
Turn that thing widdershins.
yeah.
I'm gonna start saying it now.
Yeah,
Winter
so-
shins.
So if you ever need to use a word other than counterclockwise, you can use
What?
widdershins.
Widdershin.
Winter shins.
Where do they use that at?
Look.
That's what
I don't know.
wanna
It's back in the day. Here we
The
go.
tassels
Okay.
go winter shins.
know.
All right, here we go. Word number 2. Rumscuttle, Scooseduzzle, Bumfuzzle. Jason.
I'm going with
So
rumscuttle.
go ahead.
Jason,
I'm going
that
with
is that is
oh.
incorrect.
Oh man.
Mick,
Bum puzzle.
Mick, bumfuzzle is correct.
What?
Yeah.
That's a real word.
That's a real word. Bumfuzzle is a
Bumfuzzle.
real word. Let's see.
Let's see what that means.
Let me pull it
I
up.
don't know what it means. See, I told you I'll read a dictionary. On my own.
Bumfuzzle means to confuse or fluster.
Well, I'm bumfuzzled right now.
All right.
Bum puzzle.
So Mick could win this one.
I'm
Do I
going to win.
want to switch it up or do I want to go to the next word? All right. I'm going to go to the next word.
All right.
Okay. Maybe we'll have a bonus round where Jason can get double points or something.
Don't call it a comeback.
All right, here we go.
Oh, sorry.
Third word. Are you ready? Taradiddle. Macindoos. I can't even read my handwriting.
It's not that one.
Yeah, rub suzzles. Jason.
I'm going with Macindoos or Macindoozles, whatever you said. The second one.
Macindoos. Jason. That is incorrect.
It's the first one. It's the first. It's the first one.
Mick. The first one?
Yeah.
Do you remember what it said?
No, so it doesn't count.
Say it again.
It doesn't count.
What's the first one say? Read them again.
Taradiddle. That one? Hello?
Yeah, taradiddle. Taradiddle.
Are you just saying that?
Yeah. I'm just saying it. Just
All right.
fucking tell me what it is. Did I win?
Taradiddle. Mick, you have won the
Oh,
world's best
man.
worst game show.
Taradiddle.
All right.
Taradiddle.
Flawless
this
victory.
A
too.
taradiddle,
Flawless victory.
a taradiddle is a petty lie. Here, I have one more. I want to do this one because it's the opposite. Okay. So
Okay.
this is a fun round, but this time there's going to be two correct words. And
Hey, do I get a Jamba Juice?
Yes, you do. You both get a Jamba Juice.
Yes.
All right. Yes.
So I didn't lose.
I got to use up
After all.
my buy one get one free cards. So all right. So, are kid sizes okay? You
What?
get the kids sippy cup size. All right. So on this,
I'll tell you what I can
this is the last question.
get.
So two of these words are right. One of these words is wrong. You have to tell me the wrong word. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna give both of you a chance. Okay. So the words: Roxon, Wabbit, and Oxter. There's two right and one wrong. You guys, if you're listening to this audio, this is like the most worst audio because their faces are just confused right now. Like they're just trying to understand what I said.
Roxon.
That's what my head's saying.
I'm gonna
Jason.
go with, I'm going with Roxon.
Roxon is the wrong word. Good job.
Yeah. There you
Finally
go,
got one when it doesn't
Jason.
count.
Yeah, the Oxter.
Woo!
Oxter, man, is another name for a person's armpit.
Oxters? What?
Oxter, Oxter,
It's an armpit.
is an armpit. And
Man, my oxters are funky. Funky.
Wabbit means exhausted or slightly unwell.
That's weird.
Yeah. So, boys, thank you for playing the world's best worst game show. See you next time. All right, that's enough of that.
You put some time and some thought into that.
was a long
didn't
one.
you?
I did.
Oxters.
I can't tell you, I was like, it's so hard to come up with a fake word because you're like, oh, it's going to sound too close. So like Macindoos is the one that's I had a test subject and Macindoos was the one that got them too. And I was just like, all right, this one can work.
Yeah,
So,
that sounds like it can be a real word, man.
yeah.
Yay.
There was
That's
another
good.
one. There's another one called Collie Wobbles.
Collywobbles.
Collie Wobbles.
What's that?
It means I think it's butterflies in your stomach.
How are you finding these? Where you like just like randomly going to a page and you're like finding like the most weirdest words you can find on that page and then just like randomly turning to another page?
Collie Wobbles is stomach pain or queasiness. How did I find these words? I typed literally into Google. I typed words that sound fake but are real. And it came up with a bunch of words that sound fake but are actually real. And those were the funniest ones that I thought.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
Well,
some really weird ones. Now I just got to rack
I couldn't figure it out which ones were real and
I got to
fake,
rack my brain all week to figure out.
That's because I read the dictionary.
What game?
Yeah, that's why you got the edge because you do that. So.
I wanted to do a whole thing where like I was wearing like a top hat and holding a dictionary, but I didn't have time to set that whole thing up. So, yeah, boys.
Do you own a top hat?
No, I wish I did.
I know.
Cool?
Yeah.
Hey,
I'd rock a top hat
in your life.
If I had a top hat, I would just like do magic tricks all the time. I would just walk around with it and do magic tricks.
I'm gonna pull out a cheeseburger. Yeah.
Yep, that's it. That's right there. I would just like
and a beer. Look, babe. Look what I'm having for dinner tonight. Where's my burger? It's a magic trick.
Disappear.
You get. I only had one burger. Sorry.
The magic trick is over. There's only one burger.
Now I gotta throw away the hat. It's only good for one use.
She's like, you could wear that like as a fashion. No. This only magic
garbage now.
Wear this hat. Only wizards and magicians wear this hat. I can't do it. Wouldn't that be weird if like all your clothes were one-time wear?
I know.
It would be weird.
It'd just be Tyvek. Everybody would be wearing Tyveks. That's where we're going to go after this COVID. We're all going to wear Tyveks and mask. One-time use, baby. Throw it off.
Dude, I'm so
Take
ready
it off.
I'm so ready for COVID to be over. I want to go back to normal. I want to play some D&D. We haven't played D&D in so long.
All right.
And I miss it. And I listen to a D&D podcast and like I find myself just like yearning to play. I'm just like
urinating.
No, not
yearning.
My heart yearns for you. Yeah, I'm just like I really wish I could roll dice and send these guys into a dungeon that has a trap in it. Fucking fall to their deaths.
Nice.
Try to get out of it.
As long as you're wishing us well along the way.
Yeah, no, that's it. So,
in due time,
time
will come. Hopefully soon.
Time will come for us.
Wow, that happened.
Have you guys heard of that show, The King of Staten Island?
No.
I just heard of it. What the heck?
It looks good.
I'm trying to remember.
Pete Davidson is in it.
Oh, Bill Burr's new movie.
Yeah.
Yes,
oh, movie.
I love Bill Burr.
Did I say movie?
I thought you said something else.
Yeah, it went straight to stream. It was supposed to go in the movie theaters, but they went straight to stream.
Yeah. I might watch that. That one looks good.
Yeah.
I don't get the appeal of that guy.
Who?
Davidson?
Yeah, Pete Davidson. I don't know. He doesn't seem funny to me.
Yeah, I've seen
he doesn't have the look. And I don't know. He doesn't.
I mean, I could see him as like strictly a stand-up comic.
I can't even see him as that.
Really?
Would you go see him?
I don't know. I've seen him on like SNL, and I've just been like,
what guy are we talking about?
Exactly.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
You've never seen Pete Davidson? You don't know who that is?
I've probably seen him before. I just don't know who he looks like. Can you put it on screen share?
Yeah, I can. It'll mess up the.
And it's weird. Like he's like these like he was dating Ariana Grande, and then he was dating Kate Beckinsale. I was like, how does this dude?
How did he
pull? Yeah, I was like, how is this happening? What is? I don't get it. I
What other
just
movies is
don't
he
get
in?
it.
He's not in.
No,
he's not in movies.
a
He's been a stand-up.
He's
he's a
comedian
comedian and
on
he's on
SNL.
SNL.
I've probably seen him before. I don't know.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
saw a
I have
picture
to
of him,
see
you'd
his
be like,
face.
"Oh dang."
Oh dang! I know him.
Yeah.
He
He's
looking like a
funny.
man.
He looking like
He
a
looking
man.
like a man.
Yes. I love this.
Yes, but what did he look like?
He looking like a man.
He looking like a man.
Ooh, he's looking like a man.
You gotta do that.
I love Miss.
Looking like
Was
a-
it
I
Miss
remember
Mom?
one episode where
Miss
she's
Wong.
like, "This will be closed. This will be open." So, okay, now you try it.
Yeah, you try, you.
That one is my favorite one. Where
Yeah,
she's
that's
in like
awesome.
the market. She's like,
Yeah,
"This
yeah.
is closed. This will be open. This will be closed." Man,
I remember that one. That
Man,
was funny.
that was so good.
He's like, "This one means closed." No, close.
there's this impersonator on TikTok that does her so good.
Oh yeah.
Man. I wish she would come back. I wish they would make a show just with her.
For Miss
She's
Smart.
so funny. But I guess you couldn't do that nowadays
Yeah,
just
like-
because how people get off.
yeah.
Yeah,
You think about
that's
what's going
true.
on right now? Oh my gosh.
I know.
No way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
So sad. But that was such good times.
Yeah.
Funny. Oh
Hey, so,
yeah.
I was just looking at this with the
Ooh, you're looking good. Ooh, Steven, you're looking so good. You're a big boy. Yeah. Yeah.
you do that so well, Mick.
I know, right?
Practicing.
No.
You look like a man.
You looking like a man.
Hey, so
Looking
we
like
talked
a
about-
man.
We talked about Tenet.
Yeah.
People want to say Tenant, but it's not that. It's Tenet. So it was originally set to release July 31st. It was
Oh,
moved
you're
up
getting ready
to-
to tell me some bad news.
No. It's been moved to July 17th, but we were just reading that AMC is set to open July 15th. So I wonder if that's going to be the first movie to go to theaters. And after
Wait,
COVID.
Tenet is. Oh no, Tenet's Warner Brothers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. It could be, dude. Yeah, the first major blockbuster of this year.
Tenet. Christopher Nolan's sci-fi thriller. Oh, it says right here. Had originally. Oh, wait. What?
What's it
Is
saying?
this article like old? This is from Variety. It says that Tenet is blah, 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 blah. Hope to kick off movie going when it opened up on July 17th. Last week, Warner Brothers, the studio behind the film, announced that Tenet would be delayed until March 31st. Did it get delayed again?
March 31st. So next year?
Did I say March 31st? I meant
Yeah.
I meant July 31st.
Oh, I was like,
Came
what?
out- this article was written on June 18th, so that was Thursday.
Yeah.
This was written, so it's been delayed. That's not good.
Well, only by what, a week?
Yeah.
It's not too bad. About a week or two or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
All right.
It'll still be the first one.
It'll still be the first one,
Yeah.
and then we'll get what's next after that? Top Gun, maybe.
I don't know if Top Gun has a release date. They haven't.
Right.
They've been really quiet.
They have been.
So I mean, I don't know what they're doing.
I'm excited though. Jason,
Yeah.
Snyder Cut. We'll talk about the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, there was a teaser trailer that they put out there, and it's not much, but it's something. It's something.
So
So it's real.
So it's true that it's a real thing. Is it true that
Re-explain what it is so people that didn't catch.
Yeah,
So
Jason, go ahead.
what happened in the teaser trailer was they showed a clip that hasn't been seen in Justice League. So they showed Diana, Princess Diana, or AKA Wonder Woman, going Indiana Jones style into like some cave or something, and she's found like these ancient writings on this wall or whatever, and while she's walking in here, you can hear, and it kind of sounds like an altered version of Jesse Eisenberg's quote at the end of Batman vs Superman, where he's like, "The bells have been rung, they've already heard it. They think that God is dead, and so they're coming." And so they're playing that while she's doing that, and while she gets there, you can see that on, and kind of like ancient writing, there's something that says it's something over here, and then one of it, and the other side says, you can make out that it says dark side. And then they show a clip of what I'm assuming to be Apocalypse, or maybe a terraformed Earth that's looking to look like Apocalypse.
Yeah.
And it shows Steppenwolf standing right there, and then it ends. So that's basically it. It's a teaser, so it's not much, but they were putting something out there.
As you were explaining it, I was watching it, and I'm excited. I'm really excited now.
It might be good.
It looks really
Did I do
good.
justice in explaining it?
Yeah, no, as you were explaining it, the scene was happening. And it cuts, and it cut to the guy.
Right.
I don't know. I think it's hype. I think it's a good like hype move for HBO Max. But
HBO Max.
Goes back to, will it hold up? Is it gonna?
It might be.
Yeah.
You know
The funny thing about that is
I got
was thinking,
high hopes.
Goofy movie.
Here we go with that again. So I was thinking about this, so I was like, why HBO Max? Right? And so then I got to thinking, like, so Zack Snyder has been fighting this, I want to put my thing out there for so long, and the fans have been wanting it for so long, and DC has been saying no, DC and Warner Bros. Has been saying no for so long. Then enter AT&T. Then I'm like, if it's going to come out, because don't forget, DC has their own streaming service. So I was like, if it's a DC movie, why wouldn't it be on the DC streaming service? And because the answer's in the pudding, AT&T's doing this. So now since they're the head honcho, they're like, oh, this is what fans want. This is going to give us money. Yeah. Let's do it. So now they don't want to put it on DC's thing because Warner Bros. Really doesn't want it. So they put it on their thing to launch their product.
I thought AT&T owned DC.
Yeah, now it's recently. I think it's like a year or two or something like that, or whatever.
We talked about it a while back about the comics. They took it out of the comics section.
Yeah.
Right, and the comics are probably gonna die.
Yeah,
die off. Yeah,
but like I think it's a good move. I don't know. Listening to your fans is the number one thing. That's why
Sonic.
Yes, like that's a huge example of it, and you see it all over. In the Call of Duty community, you know, like. There's the shipment playlist that everybody wants, and everybody's always like, "Come on, give us shipment." And the
Airbender.
Yeah.
Finally, they're listening to me.
Listen to your audience.
I'm probably pissed enough they heard it. To everybody.
But I mean, there's got to be like a time cap on there, right? I mean, this is like hella years after the fact. So if you're gonna do it, you should have.
I think it's gonna make. What is DC doing right now?
They're doing a lot right now.
Wonder Woman.
Batman.
A lot of stuff that you can probably disagree with, but they're doing a lot of stuff.
Anorexic,
they're doing
sparkly
Wonder
Batman.
Woman. They're doing Aquaman. They're still doing Flash, whether you hear anything about it or not.
I haven't heard an update on that whole thing anyway.
Yeah, they're doing Batman. They're talking about Joker, so we don't know what they're going to do with that. They're doing Suicide Squad. They're doing.
Take a break from Joker.
I wish,
Can
but apparently not.
Like, you know, remember Star Wars fatigue when everybody was just like, enough Star Wars.
Yeah.
We got it.
Right.
I don't want another Joker.
I don't want another Batman.
Yeah, let's do Batman. No Batman either. Let's learn the other characters. Let's get to know them.
I know there's so many other characters that they could be messing around with. So many.
But I think the thing is with that is like you have to establish your main trio first. I don't, because it's kind of like they got to be brought in because a lot of DC stuff centers around those main characters. Because if you bring somebody else out, they're like, who's this guy? Why should I go watch him? Right, but if it's in association with these other well-known characters, then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, well, let's check it out.
But it's like,
I mean, we got
how many we've talked about this, and I don't want to go too long into it, but like, how many Batmans do we need to see before we know who Batman is? How many?
That's why they should have just kept Batfleck.
How many Jokers do we need to see before we like, get another joke?
Right.
They've been established. Even Wonder Woman, and I would say Wonder Woman is the same establishment as Batman and the Joker, but it took a long time for Batman and Joker to get it done right.
Wait, what? I don't get what you're trying to say.
You said the big three, right?
Yeah.
Aren't the big three?
Oh, yeah.
Batman,
So you're saying,
Wonder
yeah,
Woman,
okay.
and,
Yeah.
I guess Superman would be in there.
Superman, yeah. Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman.
Yeah. I guess.
Trinity.
Okay. So I guess. Okay. So the Joker isn't really.
No.
Yeah, one of the big three.
No.
Sorry.
No.
But
I'm
anyways,
talking about
like,
different villains. Just fucking let's do some other villains, man. There's so many other cool villains that could be
like what the
done.
Alligator Man, whatever his name is. I don't know
Croc.
his name. I don't know
Killer
DC
Croc.
stuff. Killer Croc. I knew that.
Mr. Freeze. Another Mr. Freeze.
Get to the chopper.
Or do the Penguin. Bring Danny DeVito back. Do the Penguin.
That's too cartoony. The whole thing, the whole series was way too cartoony.
What do you mean? Cartoony.
No, I
The
just
Tim
felt
Burton?
like- yeah, isn't that George Clooney Batman?
No, that's Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. They just all a blur to me. It's just all one Batman. All of it. What's the one with Two-Face and the Riddler and all of them?
Yeah,
That was with Mr. Freeze. That was
that's Batman and Robin.
Is that Batman Forever?
Batman Forever.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had everybody.
That was just like a lot.
It was a good movie. I liked it.
That was a good movie.
No, I hated it.
I hated it. I hated it.
Because Two-Face was my guy, and like for Tommy Davidson what's his name? Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones.
To do that type of Two-Face, and then I didn't really like Jim Carrey as the Riddler either.
What?
But-
Who are you gonna have play the Riddler?
I don't know.
Jim Carrey is a perfect cast for the Riddler.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, 100%. Nobody else could have done the Riddler like Jim Carrey.
Yeah, no one can do it like him. But that's the thing. I don't want it to be like that. Shouldn't be how it was. I don't think he was too goofy. He was like a joker. He was making all these jokes and being goofy and weird and stuff. No, Mr. Enigma. He's supposed to be a mystery. He's supposed to be a mystery person.
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
Yeah. See.
We were wrong. We always got to throw it in there. Guys, we're not always right. We're not always right. All right. What else do we got going on? Anything else? We kind of talked about everything. Talked about all my notes.
We went through all that already.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. What else is going on?
Waiting for the Xbox stuff to come out. I want to hear about prices. I want to see games. There's an event coming. There's an Xbox event coming up, isn't there?
Is there?
I think so. Yeah, it's in July.
You know what there is out there, though? I know you guys said you're not really DC people, but did you guys hear about the DC fandom? Virtual DC fandom?
No, what's that?
So it's going to be like a virtual kind of E3-ish kind of event, but it's like I said, it's virtual. So it's like they're building this fan place where it's like they got all of these different areas where you can go into. So you can go into like the store, you can go in there and you can buy stuff, or you can go into this area where it's like news and it tells you like upcoming stuff about DC entertainment news and what they're doing and what's coming up.
Virtual reality.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of going to be like like, did you guys ever do that? What was it, PlayStation Home?
Oh,
thing
yeah.
Where it's kind of like you make your own person. You can go like to all these places and meet people and do all these things. I think it's going to be something like that. If I got the, because I didn't watch the event when they talked about it. I just heard people talking about it. And this is what I got from it. But they have like these different areas. Like you as a virtual person or avatar or something are going to be can go to these different places at 24/7 round the clock and look at what's going on and find out DC things or shop or just kind of do whatever events going on at the time.
I would like them to do like
and it's free. I heard too.
A Comic-Con like that. That'd be dope.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's kind of Comic-Con-ish. So like if I think they have like one of their locations is kind of like a Hall H-ish kind of place. So if they're gonna do a big announcement or if they're gonna do like some interviews and stuff like that and panels, they're gonna do it at that place, and it's gonna be all virtual, and so you can do it basically from home, but you're going to this place to watch it. And I think it sounds pretty cool.
I'm in.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And I'm all over it. I don't know when it's supposed to start, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna be in it, checking it out.
Yeah.
Yicking it
The
out,
Xbox,
man.
The Xbox stuff it's set for July. There's no like official release date though. They haven't like said an exact date. It's been like cryptic on Twitter, but nothing.
Ooh, because PlayStation 5 scared them. They're like, ooh, we gotta wait until we bring out something better.
I really think Xbox is on track to win the debate this year.
Well, it hasn't their hardware been better in the past too? And then they still like
it's been easier to like the big thing when like PS4 released. I don't remember file size. I think everything was pretty comparable. PlayStation did, I think, have a better graphics card.
because I want to say 3 was like inferior to Xbox, but the only like plus for it was that it had the Blu-ray.
Had the Blu-ray player, yeah. But Xbox,
right.
so the PS4 did this weird thing where like you couldn't capture through the HDMI. They put like a block on it. So a ton of like YouTubers and content creators weren't able to make any content off of PS4 stuff because they made it was like it's called this like HDCP or something like this. It's like a setting that they didn't have where they couldn't capture,
DHCP.
DHCP.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. They weren't able to capture what was going on the PlayStation. And so Xbox was like kind of taken like Xbox just like was like, here you go, you can have this, you know.
Wow.
Sony kind of held on to it. They finally released it, but even like now, like when we do our streaming stuff, when we do all of our, things we do, I have to go into my PlayStation and reset my DHCP settings
Oh,
because
wow.
it forgets it every time. And so that's like PS4 stuff. The Xbox, there was one big thing where like the first picture we saw, it had like a sticker on it on the top of the new Xbox that said like HDMI compatible. And there was like, is this sticker really going to be put there? And Phil Spencer, the whatever CEO of Xbox, came on and he said it will not be on there. So that's nice. It'll be like a real clean setup. We know that the SSD is going to be bigger and beefier. They're coming out with rumors have been talking about this. It's called the Lockhart. I don't know what the Lockhart edition is. I think they're going to do the same thing like PlayStation did with a digital and a physical Xbox. And the prices I've seen rumored are like, they're saying that if PlayStation comes in at, let's say $499, Xbox is going to try to come in at like $299 or $350, like super low. They're trying to come in super aggressive.
Man, that would sell a whole lot of.
It would sell hand over fist. I mean, PlayStation has in my eyes, the better exclusives, but man,
But are they going to be able to make enough money selling a unit for that low?
Yeah, so
that's tough.
That'll just force
Sony to bring their price down. I mean,
but they're not. It's Sony. They're like the Apple of, they know people.
Yeah, they're super exclusive with they don't care what anybody's doing. Kind of like Nintendo. Nintendo don't care what anybody else is doing. They don't even let you share their content.
Thing, huh?
Nothing. You can't do nothing. Yeah. So
well, PlayStation and Nintendo were once one. They worked together on the PlayStation 1.
Did they?
Did you know that? Yeah. They were one company at one time. Well, not one company, but they worked together.
Yeah, they collaborate. Yeah.
So this is from Metro.co UK. basically after this whole article, it says final thoughts. With all the questions yet unanswered, it's difficult to appraise the options. I have a suspicion though that the Lockhart, if it exists, is going to be a more attractive option to many than the Xbox Series X, unless there's an announcement of games exclusive to that platform. I'm certainly excited to find out in July, along with the hopes of a new Fable game. That'd be cool. Fable was really good. So I really think Xbox is setting themselves up for success this time around. If they can produce a system that's not super buggy at launch, where like the menu screens load weird and all that stuff, then I think it's going to be a slaughter in sales, to be honest.
I wonder if PlayStation or Xbox are going to come out with the mobile unit, because that's this. I know VR is the way of the future, but I think mobile is also the way of the future. They can jam pack all this computing power into a mobile unit that you carry around with you. Like, that's why the Switch is doing so well, because you're playing AAA games, yet they're old AAA games.
You sacrifice a lot with mobile stuff. It's all
Yeah,
based
I
off
could
of
give away. I'll give away graphics and a little bit of frame rates to be able to take this game with me wherever I go.
Yeah, but you lose out on the whole multiplayer aspect, and I mean,
no, that you still play multiplayer on the go.
I don't know. I mean, have you played like Call of Duty Mobile?
No, because Call of Duty hasn't gone to what's it called?
What?
Call of Duty hasn't gone to Nintendo.
No, I know that. I'm just saying, like, I was comparing it to on the phone, Call of Duty Mobile on the phone.
Well, that's different. It's different. It's on a little device that thin. I'm cool with having a brick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For a mobile device, so you could jam pack all that stuff.
I just think it won't sell. I don't know.
You could take it anywhere.
Look at the PSP. Like that, I don't.
Well, the PSP was jank. All you could play there was no AAA titles. There was only, what are those games called? Indie games. A bunch of cheap indie games that you could play on it. Not only that, the first versions of their PlayStation mobile games, it didn't even have all the joysticks. It didn't even have all the buttons. The first one only had two triggers, one a left trigger and a right trigger, and no joysticks. The second one had one joystick.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, their design was horrible.
What about the PS Vita? Wasn't that a thing too?
I was getting ready to ask about that. What happened? How did that do? I mean, is that still a thing out there?
I don't think.
Again, so. It's only indie games, right? And yes, you got the power to what is it called when you stream the game from your PlayStation to a device? Yeah, you could remote play with it, but there's a lag to it, and you would have to remap your buttons. And the R2 triggers was a touch screen on a touchpad on the back, which was not. I mean, it's not
weird.
It's horrible design. Give me a brick. Give me something like this, and put all the stuff in it, and I'll play the heck out of it. I'll carry it everywhere with me. Yeah, if I can play Call of Duty on it or whatever.
I think it's okay. Like you ever seen those games cases? There's like this company that used to make these like portable. It looked like a big suitcase.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna lose so much that it's not worth it in the long run. Like,
I think you could jam pack the PlayStation's computing power into a unit. Like I was just saying, it's so much easier. Just sit down on the couch, right?
Yeah.
And play. Especially when you have kids. The kids want to watch something on TV. You know, the wife wants you to hang out in the front room
TVs.
And have 7 fucking TVs in the front room. Hey, my wife was down with it. She was like, we have a big TV for the kids, and then we have 2 small TVs on the side that are
mounted. That's how you do it.
One's mine, one's hers.
His and hers game setup.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Having people come here. What the heck is going on
You
in
should do
here?
it. You should do it.
I think
It's
it'd
all
be cool.
good. People can't judge you in your own house, man. What you do,
Yeah.
do what you do, man.
You're the house.
That's
You're
No,
the king of the castle.
you're the
She the queen of the castle.
That's right. She's
She the
boss.
ruler. She's the boss.
Yeah. Anyway, I think the Lockhart, this Lockhart is a discless. It's the rumors of a discless Xbox. I'll buy that within a second. I think I'm gonna go all discless.
I mean, there's advantages to digital. I mean, you don't have to worry about a
It's
scuffed
there.
up disc.
It's
You don't have
right
to worry about
there.
losing it or damaging it. Blah blah blah. But yeah, I
Yeah.
guess it's better. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like having it. I'm an old school, I guess.
I like having the disc. I like having the disc because you have a physical copy. One, okay. If I wanted to re-download it, right? I didn't have enough room, so I had to uninstall it.
Right.
It's faster to install off your CD than it is your internet.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yes, it is. Look it up. It's faster to install from a CD, download from a
This
CD
goes
than
all
it
the way
is.
Back to our very first discussion that we had at the top of the
Look it
podcast.
up. Because your internet is not as good as my internet. Because I'm getting up to almost a gig of speed. You're probably not,
depend
right?
on the internet. Yeah, it's not. They're not gonna all download the same. Yeah.
Right. You're gonna have a
He's got a
3-hour
point.
download when I have an
Yeah.
hour download
Right.
or a 30-minute download. Because the CD's there. It's right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Look it up, dude.
Hold on. I'm looking it up.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
look it up.
that's
Oh, I thought that was
Pretty-
PlayStation.
I mean, it's common sense.
what he said. Yeah, I mean, like it depends on the internet speed. If your internet
If you're
speed is
only
slow,
if you're only getting
All right, yeah,
300
all right. Hey.
megabytes.
Hey, you're right.
I know.
gonna-
I know. Always. I am
always
right. Always.
checking people, man.
You smart.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right. You win. You win.
I
But
am.
the updates are the same. Files the same size.
Oh yeah, all the updates come from online.
All right, you just had to turn it back on me.
I
didn't you?
did. All right.
Jesus.
I think we're talking in circles, so I think it's time to wrap this.
Oh yeah, that was a
podcast
full
up.
circle we just did, huh?
We
That
did.
was
We
like
literally
that,
brought
guys.
it back to full circle.
We planned that.
We planned it.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
Oh, you look like a man. I can't do it.
Like, no.
you do it so good. All right. Shut up so I can do the outro.
Eat that little bit of thing.
Now let him do the outro with Miss Kwan.
Yeah, you do
Let
it.
him
You
do
do it.
What's the
Go
outro?
ahead,
What do you do?
do the outro and then do it in this.
Oh yes, this the
Swan?
Geek at G. Yes. This Steven. This is Jason.
Best. Hey, all right. Nick, thank you. We are the Geek Retreat. We are the Geek Retreat. And you can go listen
I
to
love
us on YouTube. You can find this video on YouTube. You can go listen to us on iTunes, on Google Podcasts, and Spotify, and anywhere else that
You can stream. Or you can.
podcast. You can
yeah.
stream us anywhere that podcasts are being streamed. I had
There you
literally
go.
my brain stopped working for a second. So we release episodes every Monday. And if you like this, go check it out on our Facebook page. Get to know us, get to know the community. And we'll catch you guys on the next episode.
On the flip side.
Yeah.
See you later.
Down.
Later.